All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening, learning, and to the Bayashat the house of David. I'm Ayashatat with Men of Valor, Las Vegas camp, coming to you through the will and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back, you are the true children of Israel that the Bible speaks of. Salvation belongeth unto you, and you alone. First and foremost, to the 144,000 elect men, then the multitude of the men, women, and children who believe upon the testimony. All right? Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is returning for his nation and his people, his elect. All right? 2/3 of the nation of Israel will perish, will be canceled, will be deleted, will have to suffer death by pain, all right, for not taking heed to the word and the testimony of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, but without further ado, I have a lesson for you today. Lord willing, it be edifying, uplifting, and fearful, all right, allowing that fear, to come in unto you by understanding the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. And we're going to start here in the book of Wisdom of Solomon in the Apocrypha. All right. You can find that in the King James 16 and 11 or in a separate book labeled the Apocrypha. All right. King James. All right. Version. We're going to start here once again. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 10 and verse 21. And it reads, "For wisdom openeth the mouth of the dumb, and made the tongue of them that cannot speak eloquent." All right. So wisdom, all right, the knowledge of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, has opened the mouth of those that are considered dumb. All right. Those who are do not have the eloquent speech. All right. Those who are considered in the world not to be wise or learned in the way of the word. All right. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai continues to manifest and make his doctrine tenfold true, 100-fold true. All right, that you cannot deny. All right, because this is prophecy. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai speaks and deals with prophecy. Okay, always. It's going to be here. Let's go here in the book of Amos chapter 5 and verse 10. And it reads, Slakia, verse 10, and it reads, "They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly." All right? We speak uprightly. We speak the things in the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai who has provided this wisdom, this knowledge, and this truth continuously. He continues to magnify and glorify his name, and he continues to raise up his prophets, all right, so that you may have an opportunity, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back, an opportunity at salvation if you be of his elect number, if you be of his chosen, all right. It is for you to take heed unto this word, this day, all right, the day that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has called you out of utter darkness, the day that you heard the message, the gospel, and the good news, all right, from 40 plus years, all right, 30 plus years, 20 plus years, all right, 10 plus years, 5 plus years, 1 plus year, all right, to this day that you are able to hear this message, because the doors of mercy are still open. Okay? Take heed unto the word. This is be here in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1 and verse 5, and it reads, "Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee." Right? Yahweh Bashem Yahushai said, "Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee." All right? And it's so much more. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai knows all things. Okay? Even though that this is in more descriptive and how much more that he cares about those, all right, those who he has set up for his ministry, those he has separated for himself, all right, the house of David, all right, that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has set up for himself the prophets. Let me read that from the beginning. And it reads, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. So Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has ordained prophets. The very spirit of the prophets are subject unto the prophets. All right? Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get that. All right? This is 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 32, and it reads, the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets. All right? I'm going to read it again. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 32, and the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets. All right? Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has given you this. Slakia has given you this, that the spirits of the prophets are subject unto the spirit of the prophets. Okay? He has called certain spirits to preach and to teach and to call out unto his nation. All right? And to call out unto all nations. What? A judgment. Okay? As Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has ordained. He has called out judgment. That, Slakia, that his word may be faithful and true. Okay? So now more than ever, it is time for you to take heed and have that fear in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, going back here to Jeremiah. Slakia, Jeremiah chapter 1. And I'm going to start at the beginning of verse 5 again, and it reads, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou comest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Then said I, the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, behold, right, I cannot speak, all right, but it is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, who has made these things, all right. He has given us the word. He has given us the way, all right. It is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai who continuously, provides us with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai who has ordained us to be, his servants, to be his nation. Okay, it's going to be here in the book of Ecclesiastes. Salakia. And Salakia, I thought I finished reading Jeremiah. Let me go back to it, Salakia. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1 and verse 6. I'm going to read it from the beginning. Then said I, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, behold, cannot speak. Behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. All right. And this is what people out on the highways and byways, see. The men of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, they think that we are children, think that we are dumb, think we don't know what we're talking about. All right. That this is a game of dress up. All right. That we're out here just plain preacher. Okay. This is the ministry of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. This is what Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has ordained us to do. It's going to be here in the book of Ecclesiastes. And it's going to be chapter 5 and verse 1. And it reads, keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and be more ready to hear than to give sacrifice of fools. All right. And these people give sacrifice of fools, scoffing and mocking, coming up and asking unsincere questions. All right. Something that they know the answer to and have heard before. All right. That's surface level. All right. That your pulpit pimp can break down and tell you. All right. But they want to be up here and come into the altar and come into the church of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai being funny. But the doors of mercy and grace are dwindling away fastly. All right? So the scoffing and the mocking are going to cease very soon. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is turning this prophecy and making prophecy turn up and move forward faster than ever. He is hastening and shortening the days. We hasten the day for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's return. But as he is shortening the days for the elect, we pray through the will and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for more judgment. All right? More fear in the nation of Israel. For you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you specklebirds whose father's line goes back. Continue on. Let me finish out the verse 5, and it reads, for they consider not they do evil. It is an evil thing for you to come up to the church, the altar of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, scoffing and mocking. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to start passing out judgment more so, and it's going to be in the midst of the camps. He said judgment will start in my house first. So know you unsincere Israelites out there, all right, who are playing with the name of the Lord, who are making mockery of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, all right, not teaching 100% truth, okay, not being in season and out of season, all right, doing the ministry and the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, putting him to an open shame. You are going to be judged first. But the people that come up to the church, all right, playing around, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to judge you. All right? And that judgment is going to be even more swift in these coming days. Adawana Rataza. Okay? It's going to be captured in 4K, 8K, live. All right? In any case, real life. Okay? It's going to be here. It's going to be the book of Slaki, the book of Exodus. It's the book of Exodus, book of Exodus, chapter 4, and verse 10, and it reads, And Moses said unto Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, O my power, I am not eloquent, neither henceforth, nor since thou hast spoken unto thy servants, but I am slow to speech and of a slow tongue. All right, here it is. Moses, all right, said, I'm not eloquent enough. I don't have what it takes, to speak unto the people. I did what you pretty much asked me right now, but how? How am I to speak unto these people? How am I to speak your message, your word? Did not Yahweh Bashem Yahushai tell us? All right. In Wisdom of Solomon. All right. 10:21. Amos 5 and 10. Okay. Jeremiah 1:5. All right. Did he not just tell us all these things that we have went over through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai? Okay. Continue on. But I am slow to speech and of slow tongue. Verse 11. And Yahweh said unto him, Whom have made men's mouth? Or whom maketh the dumb, or deaf, or the seeing, or the blind? Have not I, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai? All right. Has not Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, made these things? Has he not ordained these things? All right? But yet you people play around and don't believe that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has put his prophets back on the scene? That Yahweh Bashem Yahushai would give his word, all right, unto his servants, as he has already stated before? You don't believe because you have not the fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Prophecy is speaking. Prophecy dictates future. Prophecy dictates all. Okay? Verse 12. Now therefore go, and I will be with thee, thy mouth, and teach thee what thou shalt say. So understand, it is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai who will teach us what we shall say, what we shall do, and when we shall do it. It is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai who has given us the words to speak. Okay? It is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai who will continue to keep us. Lord willing, we be of his number. We have the fear in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. We keep after his way and go not after our own way. All right? Because when you go after your own way, it is in that you are destroyed. It is in that, that you will perish. All right? Because you are saying that you have not the fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay? That's the problem with Jake. Jake has no fear. They fear, those who can destroy the body. Esau, Edom, and these other nations. All right? These principalities that govern this land. But you don't fear the principalities that govern all things. That dictates all things. All right? You have no fear in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to give you that fear. All right? That fear, learning death by pain. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1, and jumping down to verse 7, and it reads, But Yahweh said unto me, Say not, I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. All right, so Yahweh Bashem Yahushai said, don't fear. All right, I'm going to give you what you need. I'm going to give you the words to say. All right, if you believe yourself to be a man of who the world ignorantly calls God, all right, who the world ignorantly calls ignorantly calls Jehovah, all right, and his name is Yahweh, all right, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, and his only begotten son's name is Yahweh Shai. Hey, if you believe upon him and you call upon him, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to give you what you need. If you believe you're a man, all right, that believes on the faith and the doctrine of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and you are a prophet, it is for you to call out the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It is for you to give your acceptable sacrifice. It is for you to give the testimony of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai out on the highways and byways, to pay reverence unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's word, and continue in his fear. If you are not a prophet and you are a believer, claim the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai boldly, because you must stand for it, no matter what the cost. Let me read that from verse 7 again. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1, and verse 7, and it reads, But Yahweh said unto me, Say not, I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I have sent thee, and wheresoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. Be not afraid of their faces. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai said, have not the fear in them. Don't be afraid of their face. Don't be afraid of what they might do or what they think they can do. All right? Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith Yahweh. All right? It is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai who will deliver us. By the order of Yahweh, he is sending his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, back for the deliverance. He is salvation. All right? He is our Savior. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, you Israelites that the Bible speaks of, it is you, but it is the elect of the nation of Israel. This belongs unto you. This is your heritage. This is your opportunity. Will you take heed to the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, or will you still continue to be in folly? Will you still continue to believe on this pulpit pimp, false doctrine, Christianity, the modern day Christianity, all right? Krishna, Buddha, all right? Catholicism, all right? The small hatters, all right? Will you still continue to worship yourself? All these are idolatrous and false idols, whether it be yourself, whether it be you believing that this world has anything to offer truly unto you, that it could save you. You believe on technology, you believe in these false doctrines, these idols. You believe in the medicine of this world and don't believe in the medicine of the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai that heals all things. It is you, Israel, that has the opportunity. It's going to be here in the book of Matthew. It's the book of Matthew, and it's going to be chapter 10. It's going to be chapter 10 and verse 16, and it reads, Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. So Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, he said he has sent his prophets. He has sent his prophets where? He has sent his prophets as sheep in the midst of wolves. What do wolves do to sheep? At every chance they get, they try to devour the sheep. They try to eat the sheep. But did not Yahweh Bashem Yahushai tell us that he would deliver us? Did not Yahweh Bashem Yahushai said he will be with us? Our deliverance can come one of two ways. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai can preserve us and help us escape through the perilous times. All right, avoiding the situations, giving brothers spiritual powers. All right, having another brother, having an angel, deliver out of a situation. Or Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, might deliver you and not having to go through the stress. Might put you to rest. He might require your spirit. He might cause you to be beheaded for the truth and the grace of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. He may cause a torture just for the testimony and your faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. But nevertheless, what it is, as long as you call upon Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, you will have deliverance. If you call upon him with truth and sincerity, you will be delivered. Salvation is unto you, his saints. First and foremost, the 144,000 elect men, the prophets of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And then the multitude of the men, women, and children who stand for the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, believing in the testimony, calling on the name and repenting. It is in this your faith should lie. It is in this that you have. Nothing else matters. Nothing but your salvation in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians. Continuing on. Be ye therefore wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. And this is in red, so this is Yahweh Shai speaking. Walk circumspectly amongst these wolves. Don't, put all your cares in this life and don't put all your cares in these people. Know when to speak. Use discernment. All right? Yahweh Bashem Yahushai said, be wise. All right? Be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. Don't go looking for trouble. Hey, what do doves do? Doves are very skittish. They fly away at every chance and every point. They get spooked, just like sheep. It is in our shepherd that we should rely on, not in ourselves. Verse 17, and it reads, But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the counselors, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. Right. Hey, they will take you into their places. All right. Hey, and they will deliver you. They will betray you. So-called friends, so-called brothers, hey, they're going to betray. They're going to do the things and deliver you up and to the counselors. All right. Hey, to those who have the authority to judge falsely. All right. Those who have set themselves up as the powers falsely. Those who have a perpetual hatred for you, Jake, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back. All right. Verse 18, and ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake. For whose sake? For his sake. Verse 18 again from the top, and ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake. All right? For my sake. This is in red, so this is Yahawashi speaking. He said, for my sake will this be done. For a testimony. For what? The testimony. For what? A testimony. For a testimony in a trial, to give an account for the testimony, for the truth, the unadulterated 100% truth. All right? The truth. All right? You watch movies, A Few Good Men. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. And they can't handle the truth, but yet you will give it to them. Because it's the testimony of who? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. It is the testimony of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. He will give you the Ruach Wadash. To what? To testify. To give testimony. Of who? Him. 18 from the top. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. All right? Against the other nations, against the principalities and the princes of this world that have the power in their hand. All right? You will give a testimony against them in the account of the falsehood and the shit that they speak and the deceitfulness that they do. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi's word will be true. It will continue to speak. Verse 19. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak. Who takes thought? Who plans? Who plans their defense? All right? Those who are trying to deceive. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi said, take no thought. You don't have to plan it. Your defense, if you have been following me and leaning upon me, seek ye me early, I will give you the words to speak. If you have been following and are my disciple, I will help you. What did he tell Moses? All right? Did not he make the deaf, the dumb, and the blind, the seeing? Verse 19, But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given for it shall be given you in that same hour, whether ye shall speak, what ye shall speak, what you shall say. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is going to give you his words. For it is not you that speaketh, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. So it is Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem, Rachak Wadash. It is the Spirit, the Holy Spirit that Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai will allow to speak in you. As you speak on the highways and byways, being a man and being a prophet of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, so you will speak in the gates, in the synagogues, before governors and before kings. If you believe in truth and honesty and sincerity, if it be your lot, you will speak and stand true to the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai and not fold. Adawan Arataza. We are of that number. Lord willing, this was an edifying, uplifting lesson. I want to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening and learning, and to the Bayis Shadabadah, the house of David. To the next time, Maya Shatad, and Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, Wa Abal Babal. Shalom.